that your Facebook name?
Yes, that is.
How did you think that's his
real
real name?
I obviously didn't think that was his real name.
Oh,
Is it like
okay,
Zane's
okay.
or?
Zanakis is my real name.
Zane's already
Oh,
dead.
Gotcha.
Wait, Zanzor is not your real name?
Yeah, you must have been.
Why do people actually call you that?
No, except debate people like
Wait, what's your actual name?
Zane.
Where does that come from?
It's Old English for John, in case you're wondering.
Zane?
And it's the back of the dictionary.
Zane or John?
Okay, so yesterday, we were neg. I went for CT, BT in case, but I also wrote a 2R. If I had gone for T, this is what it would look like, so I don't know which one I should do. I was planning on doing both at some point.
Okay,
That's cool.
which
You can do one and then do the other.
yeah.
Alright.
Give it 10 minutes, Steve.
Seeing as key is an a priori voting issue, it comes first.
No, actually, I think you should start with the other.
Okay, I'll do that.
Seeing as I'm wrong, I'll switch. They're gonna shoot you with water guns.
Hopefully not. Okay.
He's too efficient.
CT, BT, econ, biocare, disease, racism, not that that matters.
Good to
Oh,
know.
wait.
Yeah.
No, plug in. Please.
Okay. Your water gun's moving.
Can you give it to David? See that thing? You plug that in.
Alright, is everybody ready? Please, ready the camera.
There's only analytic defense coming out of the 1AR. They don't let them make new 2AR extrapolations. If you can't draw a line from the 2AC to the 1AR to the 2AR, it's new. There's no 3NR, you're derby to win. We outweigh
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I know, well, that's why I will tell you.
we outweigh
Oh, stop.
That was like a little too much editorializing about like how, judges need to determine what a new argument is. Like,
Okay.
there needs to be a compass and then a line that is drawn. Hopefully at a 90-degree angle.
With a pink pen.
We make strategic decisions based on 1AR concessions, don't allow new arguments in the 2AR.
Okay. Alright. That's good. So I'll start over. Should I include the part how there's like very little in the 1AR, we base 2NR after 1AR, no new 2AR?
I think you should say just what I said.
Okay.
It's hard to improve on perfection.
Danny?
Should you start a speech with that type of stuff, or like put it towards the bottom, or in the where you
Did they
don't
drop
have to make
something?
new answers?
I
I mean, yeah, like if the
well,
design
what's
was
coming
dropped
next
there,
is impact calculus, which is, it's not like dropped, but if that's like a majority
It
of,
seems like
Did they make a
start
concession on this that you think,
I think so,
Damn.
yeah.
okay, I mean, you can
Is the
say that.
crucial thing, like,
I think
I don't think that they answered my link argument very well, or
I just think
did they drop a
perception
sheet of
is
paper?
like, I'm going for this
They didn't
because
drop
they
anything,
drop out
I just,
and act
at
like we're
Golden
winning.
Desert, we lost around because they dropped, like,
They
it was
conceded
shallow
it.
1AR coverage, but I didn't say this at the top, and they made new arguments, and the judge was like, oh, you didn't preempt it. So I'm trying to have this ingrained. It was-
we'll listen,
Weapons,
we'll listen.
like money.
Okay,
Oh, no, they're just
so we make strategic choices based off of the 1AR, don't let the 2AR make new arguments.
Based on 1AR concessions.
Okay, okay. Cut
Burn
two.
it.
We make strategic decisions based off the 1AR concessions. Don't let the 2AR make new arguments. We'd always lose. First, we outweigh in terms of case. First is time frame. The countries are attempting to harm right now, for example.
Once you get shot, you should stop.
Oh, I didn't feel the shoot.
You would
We would
always
always
lose.
Not if you hit like me.
Okay.
Even if you can.
Pull it off even once.
And I mean, like, I don't even think you need that line, but.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is, as you do what I think are classic inefficiencies, I'm going to start to put them up on the board.
Okay.
The taking too much time and preempting new responses is not, that's pretty variable. But debaters have a tendency to say always and never a lot. And since you're generally just trying to win one round, as opposed to getting a pass to win the next round, right? That doesn't really help you. I mean, I can never write a ballot which says, please excuse Zane or Noobslayer Waxman from debating in the next round, especially in this particular argument. He debated it so well that he will always win it, but he will never win it. And any contradiction of this principle would be foolish. I can't write that fast, so I could, it would be really funny, but I'm not sure it would work. One way in which you did not do this, but somebody is going to.
Always going to win this debate.
Yes, and that's bad because not only is it a couple of additional words, but it also makes the whole construction awkward in a way that I think slows people down a lot. Okay.
Wait, what did they say?
Is fast, like let's say.
I'm always going to. How many of you have either said this? I hope this has gone out of vogue. For a while though, this was just like hot, like the hot summer jam. Like, how many times have you said, "I'm always going to win this argument"?
I used
Probably
to start all
said
my
it.
overviews with that, actually.
Really? How many times have you said? How many times have you heard somebody say, "I'm
Yeah.
always going to win this argument," or "You're never going to win this argument"?
There was this girl that said the judge is always going to extend this argument.
If I were the judge, I just
All
wouldn't
right,
extend
let's
it.
That's
go to
something
Noobslayer.
Try and marginally slay more news. I'll do the top part in 7 seconds. That's my goal. It's a good time. 7's a lucky number. All right.
We make strategic decisions based off of 1 ER concessions. Don't allow new 2 ER arguments. We outweigh on the way. We outweigh in terms of case versus time frame. Countries are attempting to do right now. The example of North Korea has been testing bombs and actually has better bombs they had a couple of years ago. Our Perry Evans takes their non-uniques into account. He says that action now is critical. We need to sign the CTBT before things are going to get, or before nuclear weapons cascade around the world. This is specifically important because all their impacts are systemic. Disease, racism, and economic class have been around for a very long time. This also proves there's a very low probability of a time frame is the best impact lens because it gives us a try or die argument. Even if they win, that racism is at the root cause of disease. If we win a case term and that our impact happens before, and that our impact happens before theirs, and we're tied to match, it means that we win. We literally turn every single advantage versus racism. War necessitates racist.
Literally turn every.
Opposed to figuratively turn.
We theoretically turn everyone.
Figuratively turn.
Euphemistically turn.
If you were to literally turn it, it would mean you would go up to their piece of paper and take it and flip it around. I'm literally turning it. Which is why. Okay, this is literally, it's a particularly, I don't know who put literally in vogue.
That wasn't even a debate. That was just like life.
Yeah, there are a ton of people who just
That was
use
just
it
life.
incorrectly.
Okay.
Yeah, people just say literally when
Okay,
they
it's bad
don't mean
because it's incorrect,
literally.
but more importantly, it's bad because people tend to have too many like intensifiers.
I think it's because people didn't want to say the normal catchphrases, like saying always never win. Got so repetitive.
Yeah, you
that they wanted
said
to make it
very
like
a lot, too.
this.
I mean, yeah, very is at least better. I mean, because at least that's like.
This is true.
Potentially accurate, yeah. Okay, so start where you left off.
Okay.
I would like you to save this and potentially script whenever we hear the whole thing, because like, that impact calculus, I didn't hear many word-based inefficiencies, but I heard lots of sentence construction inefficiencies and paragraph inefficiencies, and it's hard to work out as we're up here, but when you listen to it, you can definitely make it more efficient and succinct.
I think the way that we'll do this to allow you to script is that once you're a big star, when this is up on the web, you can actually watch your own speech and transcribe it from that. As long as we will give you one solid run through without like abusing it.
Okay. You can abuse me as much as you want.
That's not gonna go up on the web.
Moving on.
For the sake of education.
That's what she said.
Alright.
We turn every advantage versus racism. War necessitates racist propaganda because the government wants to engage the entire public against the rest of the world. It means that we access a more global internal link to racism. That's a morality of, and secondly, you can see a utilitarianism argument that I makes. Extinction outweighs. Even if we don't turn racism, it doesn't matter because in the face of extinction, we're never going to be able to solve racism for no life. Second, advantage returns disease, war.
So, you did the same, we're never going to be able to, and it's the going to be able to, like, it's just, we'll never solve racism.
Okay.
Because that's just the same thing, and it's just simpler. You know?
Alright.
But you can start from there.
We turn disease because war destroys medical infrastructure. Even if the authorities want to help people, they simply wouldn't be able to. Also, the fact that there would be large inefficiencies in death storage and body storage means that disease would spread. That's our second evidence. Additionally,
every time that you say,
That's our.
no,
Back that.
yes.
Which means that.
So repeat those, run the sentence that involves the fact that, or the fact that back at me.
Okay.
Just slow.
Even if,
What's the sentence?
even if the authorities wanted to help people, the fact that the infrastructure's gone means they can't. I could just say even if the authorities want to help people, the
They can't
infrastructure's
because the
gone.
infrastructure. So much simpler. See, that's why these are things that I think make the constructions longer and awkward. They're even more than waste words. They're like fundamental sentence flaws.
Okay. Okay.
Just start from where you left off.
Alright.
Next, war destroys the economy. Our evidence says it would divert money away from things that are internal. Secondly, it would destroy trade ties because if we're fighting with someone, no one's going to want to talk. No one's going to want to trade. That destroys international
Stop.
stability.